Hey guys, good evening. Right, okay, I've literally just got in and a part of me went to say like, oh, I'll do this tomorrow, and then I was like, no, do not, look at I got wet, Barnett. Do not put off till tomorrow what you can do today. But I'll give it a minute, see who's around, talk to you about what this is all about. I'm going to do it with you. And let's get networking basically, because we are a network marketing business and I think we all forget that sometimes. So I'll give it a minute, see who's around, tag your teams as you jump on, guys. We are going to go through some stuff together. We're going to talk about why networking is so important, how your business isn't going to grow if you don't do it. So say hi when you jump on, guys. I'm just going to put this over here. Like I say, I'm literally just walked in from dropping off a few deliveries and I was like, oh, I'll do this tomorrow. But no, the whole point of what we're going to talk about is how these things can slot into your pockets of time and how it's really important to like not overthink these things. So let me one second, let me just bring it up on here, see if I can see comments, because I can never see comments on here. But say hi when you jump on, guys. Good evening, hope everybody's well, hope everybody, there we are. Okay, let me see if I can see comments. Hey Claire. Right, okay, I can see them on there. Let me turn the volume down. I don't know why, it's really weird on my phone. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, I don't know. Right, okay, I can see comments, amazing. Hi Anne, hi Tina, hi Emma, hi Claire. Okay, right, I am going to do this with you, and I'm going to talk about something that I used to do a lot more, and I don't know about you guys, but the biggest thing that people always say to me is I struggle finding new customers. Like, how do I network? You know, when I speak to people about like what have they done, they're like, I've posted on social media, which is brilliant, and obviously it's an amazing tool like within our business. But your business is going to grow from the relationships and the communication that goes on like behind social media. So I am going to set you a challenge this week to hand out some samples, okay? And I am going to do this with you. So I have taken 3 wax bars. That one's got a couple of bars missing, but I'm going to use this one because I wanted to use some absolute classics. And whether you do this business full time, whether you want to go this as a big business, whether you are simply doing it as a hobby, if you want to find new customers, you need to be getting these scents under people's noses. And a lot of you will know, my setup's not really right here. I need to have me. So let me know in the comments below if you want to find new customers. If you feel like you have like saturated, or like, you know, that it's that funnel, isn't it? It's all about, if you're only ever like sharing your stuff to this funnel. Hey Carrie, hey Jeanette. If you're only ever like sharing your stuff to the same funnel of people, you're never going to grow. And let me know if you feel like, let me know in the comments, if you feel like finding new customers is something that you could do with. Yes, I do. Well, I'm going to be totally honest with you, right? I 100% need to find some new customers, right? My PRV is absolutely, for me personally, not where I want it to be at the end of a flash sale. Got 3 new users in that. Well done. Okay, amazing. And please don't misinterpret what I'm saying here, because when I say these numbers, you might be like, oh my God, but that's, you know, but bear in mind, everybody's goals in Scentsy are going to be different. So don't be defeated, Anne. Do not be defeated. I am here to help you, but we are going to do this together. But networking in some way, shape or form is where your business is going to grow. And I realised that actually when I started my business, I was always partying, always had my bar bag out, was always handing out samples, always had on me what we are going to make tonight, or what I'm going to make. And if you don't have the stuff right now, hopefully we'll inspire you to go away and do it. But honestly, when I first started Scentsy, I always had something on me, whether it was, at the time we didn't have the scratch and sniff cards, but you know, I always had something on. And you will have heard this saying a lot. If they smell it, you can sell it. If they smell it, you can sell it, right? I need to find new customers, but I don't know where to look. Right, okay. I'm not going to tell you where to look, because everybody's life is different. But what I am going to tell you is you need to make sure in some way, shape or form you are getting these scents under people's noses. It is why when we join the business, we get a kit with sample pots. And when I first started nearly 9 years ago, I was partying like multiple, when I say like multiple times a week, bear in mind I had 3 other jobs at the time. I was partying multiple times. Like it was weird if I didn't have a couple of parties every single month. I didn't really use social media. I would post after my party, but it was when we went into lockdown, and obviously I understand the business pivoted, and I know the business has evolved, and I know the world is changing, and I know like, you know, sharing an affiliate link is amazing and a wonderful way to make money. Like, I'm not disputing the way that this industry can go and is going for a lot of companies. However, we have a product that smells amazing. So we need to make sure we are getting those smells under people's noses. And I know I certainly have got a bit lapse at having a stash of samples ready to go to hand out. And probably they always go out in my customers' orders, always. I never hand an order out without a sample. But I'm talking about having like a tiny little slice of something with your QR code on it that's maybe got like a little slice of Scentsy wax in it for you to hand out when you are out and about in your day. Now, I don't know what your day looks like. You might, bear in mind, I don't have another job. Like, Scentsy is my full-time job. So for me to network, I have to be very intentional about like, when I'm going out. I just need to tell you this story. Hopefully it might inspire you to do the same. I just went out to do a few deliveries in my local town, and I pulled into the little Tesco Express, and I saw one of my friends who is an ex-consultant, and I was delivering, and I said, and I knew next month's scent of the month, which I've obviously got on the scent of the month, they were the samples that were in these orders. So I was like, right, Lisa, I was like, you need to smell this. She was like, is it a bit of me? I was like, and it was stapled to the bag. So, Julie, that is what we're going to do in a minute. I'm going to do it live and I'm going to show you. And then, however you guys want to then move that forward, that's what we're going to do. So that was why I wanted to do this tonight, because even if you haven't got the stuff right now, I'm going to show you how to do it. And then whether you do that digitally, whether you hand cards out, however you want to do it, on a sticker, whatever. But I'm going to show you how to do it. So, yeah, anyway, I went into the Tesco Express and I saw her. I was like, oh, how funny. Literally just been chatting to her on a mum chat because she was a mum from Harry's year, about trying to get a date together, which is proving impossible in the summer. We were like, let's meet up next summer. Anyway, I said to her, you need to smell this because this is a U wax. And she was like, oh, really? So I literally opened the little sample bag that was on an order, and she was like, oh my God, that's amazing. I went, I need to put you down for a bar. It's available 1st of July, right? She was like, yes. But don't tag me on Facebook. She was like, because my husband keeps telling me I'm buying too much Scentsy. So that's another one for my Scent of the Month Club next month. But I saw an opportunity. I saw somebody that I know likes like manly scents. And she's ordered Scent of the Month next month from her smelling it. If I'd have just messaged her and said, I've got this scent, she might not have gone for it, but she smelt it and she's having one. In fact, she ran to her card to see if she had cash to give me the cash. I was like, don't worry, transfer it to me before. But anyway, that was networking. So if they smell it, you can sell it. And I know personally, and I'm not saying I'm certainly not the perfect consultant, but what I mean is Scentsy is obviously my whole income. I pretty much eat, sleep and breathe Scentsy. If I'm not Scentsy or with my family, I'm at the gym. Oh, that's it really. So what I mean is, I know that I've got a little bit lapse. So it's totally understandable and easy to let it fall by the wayside, but it's something that Lisa and I were having a conversation today. We've literally, honestly, we've been to the gym together today. My son's been around the house to try and sort out his computer, her husband's, and we've literally been voice messaging all day about like various things. And she literally messaged me about 5 o'clock. She's like, right, we're going to do this networking challenge. I'm going to go live to my team. She went live about 6. I watched her live. And now I'm going to do exactly the same with you guys here to encourage you to network and to get these scents under people's noses. Now, whether you, like I said, whether you do this as a full-time business, whether you do it as a hobby, whatever level you want to do it on, you should all have a wax bar, right? You should all have something to slice up. Now, if you are a melter, and by a melter, I mean when we're sampling. Right, hang on. This is what happens when I get all excited about something. I'm all over the place. Right. First of all, just to explain, I am going to slice some wax samples with you now. I'm going to show you how I do them. I'm going to put them in bags and I'm going to put some labels on them and I'm going to show you how to put a QR code on, which isn't going to be linked through to your website, which is going to be like handing out and hoping. It's going to be linked through. Love that. Love that. Can't beat a good scent of the month for the following month. But the QR code that's going to go on there is going to link through to the Scan and Connect on the workstation, where people have to input their details, then they get a sample. So we're going to have to be a bit brave when we're having conversations with people. But if you're handing out random samples and people have got your website, don't get me wrong, it's amazing. It's still networking. I'm not suggesting that it's not. So if you're doing that, I'm not diminishing that you're doing that. That is incredible. I have done that today in Vintage. I've sent some old gym gear that I don't wear anymore. I've sold some. I put a scent circle in there with my details on. And when I messaged her on Vintage, I told her, you've got a sample from my business. Have you ever heard of Scentsy? I'm waiting for her to reply. So I do that as well. However, what this is going to be is the QR code that goes on there is going to be, so the Scan and Connect on the workstation. So you are starting to, you know, collect people's details. Very similar to like the drop form. Sorry, one sec. Because you always want to have some kind of paper trail so you can follow up with people. There aren't going to be many people in this world if you say like, would you like a free sample? I just need you to pop your email address in here. They're going to say yes. Not everyone's going to say yes, okay? Do be prepared for that. But most people, if somebody said that, who doesn't like a smelly, a wax melt, a candle, dare I say it? Some people in the world do still like candles. But what I mean is, you know, we're going to be doing this and we're going to be collecting their information as well. So if you have a wax bar handy and you want to do this with me, go and grab yourself a wax bar. I would always suggest, if you are sampling, you want to go with some classics, right? You want to be going with some classics. So I have gone for, purely just because it's what I've got that's on the shelf. That's not like a scent of the month, not scent of the month. I bring back my bar. So I'm going for sea salt and avocado, Amazon rain, and clothesline. I would always suggest to go for some classics that are in the catalogue, because they're not going to be ones that are going to be selling out. If people are selling them, or smelling them, you want to be going for catalogue scents. So let me know in the comments if you're going to do this with me now. I'll just give it a minute. I'll just give it a sec. If people want to go like run and get a wax bar, or if you want to do it with me, just let in the comments. The Scan and Connect is fab. I've changed to use that as event stores. I gave the QR code a picture and a frame. Everyone does it, goes into a jar for that day's event. Lovely. Then info is already on my workstation. No more work for me after the event. Exactly that. Exactly that, Katrina. Absolutely amazing. It's such a good tool, and I certainly know that I haven't been utilising it enough. So I thought that, well, me and Lisa thought. Well, actually, Lisa thought and was like, you need to do this. So I was like, yes, I'm going to go do this. Let me know in the comments if you're going to sample with me tonight. If not, it's cool. You know, this was a little bit impromptu, but I'm going to be setting you networking challenges all throughout the week to encourage you to network in different ways and to grow your business. So you might not necessarily be doing them live with me, but at least if they're all here, they're here as a point of reference that you can then go away and do them at your leisure. Right, okay. I'm going to get started so I'm not keeping you too long. So look at this, these were all just in like a massive bag over there. So if you are a melter, let me know in the comments if you slice your wax or if you melt them in a mould. I am a slicer. I used to put them in moulds. I did in the beginning. I don't anymore. When I started, I had 3 other jobs and I had 2 children and a non-hormonal brain, I feel. Because I do feel sometimes when I'm talking to you now, I'm very aware. Slice. Lovely. I'm not doing it now in bed poorly, but using time to make some comment. Katrina McLean, you do not need to explain to me how you are utilising your time, my love, because I know you are the queen of working in your pockets of time. And I also know you've probably got a box of samples already made up, ready to go. Okay, we're slicers over here. I love it. You are my people. I used to make samples in pretty molds, and I know they look lovely, and they do. And if you are a melter, put them into molds, amazing. Like, I love you for it. I am not that person anymore. It's really weird. I watch lives back, and I watch stuff from when I joined Scentsy. So how old was I in 2017? I'm 42 now. How old was I when I joined Scentsy? 8 years ago. I was 36, 37, 39, 40, 41. No, 34. 34? Was that 34? I've literally never thought about that. Is that right? And my maths is shocking. See, my brain's shocking. Was I 34 when I joined Scentsy? 2017. Yeah. Wow. Wow. That explains a lot. Is there a list or somewhere I can find the sample fragrances? What, you mean the catalogue fragrances, my love? They would obviously be in your catalogue. They'll be on your website. But obviously you can sample whichever fragrances you want to, my love. I'm not exactly saying what you mean, Jeanette, but I'll try and answer that at the end if I can decipher what you mean. And obviously if you've got a theme or you want to do it, but I'm talking like generally, I need simplicity in my life now. Honestly, when people used to talk about hormones, I used to think, oh yeah, all right. Hello 40 onwards. My brain's out. Anyway, I digress. Catalogue will say bestseller Nathan. Yeah, thank you, Katrina, my love. So yeah, I need simplicity in my life now. Another child, a few years on, a whizzy brain. I need simplicity in my life. And actually, it's a perfect example of you need simplicity and action in your business. That's where it's going to grow. You don't need perfect. You don't need fluff. You need simplicity and you need to take the action. Much like I got in earlier and I just got in and I did think, oh, it's 8:30. Shall I do this now? Shall I do this tomorrow? No. There's no time like the present. It's literally going to take me 20 minutes, half an hour. Then it's done. Then it's here. Then I'm going to have samples ready. Then you're hopefully going to have samples ready, or it's going to inspire you to go make some. And actually, it's so important to do the thing when you're going to do the thing. Because otherwise, if you wait, the moment's passed. Right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you how I slice samples. Like I said, I'm going to do Amazon Rain first of all. And they're not going to be pretty and perfect, but they're going to be done. So, oh my God, I forgot how much I love this. Okay, I have this that I got on eBay for about £3. It's a potato slicer. You don't have to have a potato slicer. Ones that tend to not leave us our clothes on Wednesday. Oh, thank you, my love. This is a potato slicer. You can use a knife. You can use whatever you want. But I use this. I got it on Amazon for about £3. You do not have to have... Sorry, I really should have This is the most uncomfortable angle to see in these jeans. But yeah, I use a potato slicer. You can use a knife, however you want to. So I'm just going to slice. I slice mine into 3. You can slice them into 4. Hang on. If I do 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 9, 20. Right, you're going to 25 samples if you do it that way. Is that right? Honestly, I'm really embarrassing myself if these numbers are wrong. So, super, super simple. I have done lives before where I've been waving a knife around and people have gone, oh my God, put the knife down. I mixed Amazon Rain with blue coconut while I was there. Oh, Claire. Amy Wilson will tell you, right? Sometimes, oh my God. Oh, I've not warmed sea salt and avocado in so long. It's so good. It's so good. I use a paper scraper. Love it. Sometimes, obviously from the same scent families, I don't put bakery with something else, but sometimes I will just pick some if I for example when I got the Father's Day collection or one that's I just put them all in a bowl and I mix them up. I love it. Right, okay, so actually let's do that one in a minute. So we're going to do Amazon Rain. So just honestly so satisfying. It's so satisfying, the slice of a wax. So what I'd like you to do, either now with me or over the next couple of days, I want you to get some wax samples ready because it is literally, I know we have lots of other, and another thing which is really important, when you sample staple waxes, catalogue waxes, you're going to be finding they come in lots of other products. So, for example, Amazon Rain is going to come in wax, in a scent circling pods, in, all the things. So if you are sampling this scent and somebody falls in love with it, they're then hopefully going to buy it in multiple products. But basically, this was a kick up the bum for me. And I was like, right, let's do it together. I do have a party this Friday. Well, it's not a party. It's, hang on, I want to do this while I talk to you. I do have a party this Friday. I do have my borrow bag booked out this week. But if you struggle with those, make sure you're getting like wax samples under people's noses. So yeah, let me just tell you. So this Friday, so any of you that have been around for a while will remember, as we were coming out of lockdown and we were allowed to party again. Here we go, butterfly brain. Let me know in the comments if you've ever done a home party. Like an actual, in someone's house, old school, because it is old school, but I love it. Rock up with your kit, set up all your warmers. I don't mean an event in a hall. I'm talking like a proper old school party. Let me know if you've ever done a home party, because I want to talk to you about them for a minute while I do this. Let me know in the comments if you've ever done one, because I love them. They are my favourite. I'm fully aware that I have a business on social media, and I now have affiliate links for other brands, not network marketing brands. I've got an affiliate link for a couple of other things, but what I mean is, I guess you now could say that I am a influencer. I would never ever refer to myself as an influencer, but or content creator, whatever the term is. But what I mean is, I love home parties. Not with Scentsy, but it does. I used to do Body Shop as well, years ago. My first party was at my sister's boyfriend's, only done one at my house. Okay, I beg of you, right? I beg of you, I'm not disregarding doing one in the summer. Like I said, I've got one on Friday. But as we, August, September, especially on the run up to Christmas, please, 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 start booking it. Dan, is that you or is that Harry? Hello? Oh, it's Harry. It's all right, I'm live. I was just checking that. Yeah, it's all right. Please, 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 right? I miss having an office. Oh. I'm joking. Say hi. Hello. We're slicing wax. Is it fine? We're doing it together. People in the slides. People in the slides?
Am I going to push more?
Yes, you can, Dan.
Can we take Louis?
Yes, we can take Louis.
Right, cool.
Okay, can I finish?
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye. That's the football camp thing. Bless him. That is my son. For those of you that don't know, that is my 14-year-old son, Harry. Right, okay, so I digress. Where did I get to? Yeah, so if you haven't ever done a home party, I urge you to book some. In my humble opinion, there is nothing better than being in a room with people, having your whiff pots out, everyone's smelling, and then you literally get to the end and it's like, this person's ordered a warmer and 6 wax, this person's ordered, I don't know, 3 flowers, and you come out and you've done 500 PRV. Imagine that, in one night you've done 500 PRV. It's not going to happen every single time, but I promise you, the more you do them, the more comfortable and competent you become doing them. There is nothing better, so start getting them. Honestly, they're the best. They're just the best. I literally can't tell you how much I love them. And on Friday, I have been invited to, it's a meet. I don't want to say anything that's inappropriate. However, my customer's mum on a Friday does like a meet and greet for elderly ladies and gents in her area, where they meet up and they have a coffee and they have some cake, and she said, we've had like a tropic lady and we've had this person and we've had reflexology and we've had Reiki. She's like, would you like to bring your Scentsy along? And I was like, yeah, I'd love that. Now, I had a look on their Facebook page and I literally cannot wait to go and spend the afternoon with what looks like a lovely, lovely group of smiley human beings and share with Scentsy. Now, I'm just going to say this. Never assume. Because, coming back to right to the beginning of the story that I started to tell you, when we were first coming out of lockdown, I was invited to, some of you will have heard this story before, I was invited to do a Scentsy event at, again, one of my customers' mums lives in like a like a sheltered accommodation, like where there's like little flats and they're all linked around like a community hall basically. So it's like, is it like warden control, like sheltered accommodation? I don't even know if that's the correct term, so forgive me if that's not the correct term, but you know what I mean. Like they're a little bit more elderly and they live in these like flats, and there's a similar thing to what I'm doing on Friday. And I went along and I had the best time, and I some lovely cups of tea and some cake, and I showed them pictures of my kids, and I was just chatting about Scentsy, and I came out and I had taken in 2 hours 800, I never forget this, £800 worth of orders. £800. Now I'll be honest, I maybe made an assumption when I walked into that hall that day. I maybe thought, oh well, you know, we'll go in and see, are they going to want Scentsy? £800. Honestly, no word of a lie. And then in the time it took me to drive home, I had a message from someone who says, oh, my daughter would like a party. So this lady had had such a lovely time. She told her daughter about it, and then her daughter wanted a party, which was very lucrative as well. It was on the run up to Christmas that year. And her daughter and some of the people from that party are still my customers now. So never assume. Never assume, network, and get the scents under people's noses. So, anyway, here we are. This is my, I'm going to try and not drop it. This is my slicing. This is what it looks like when I sample. Super, super simple. I don't make it fluffy. I make it really simple. I would love to, as my mum was a prime example, she didn't understand bother. Yeah, 100% Jeanette. Honestly, people don't always know what Scentsy is. Like, I think because it has been around for quite a while now, people just think, oh, you know, like, not everybody knows what Scentsy is. Some people think it's candles. It is not candles. People don't know. So when people actually see it, they see it in the warmers, they understand the concept behind it, they smell it. I mean, honestly, I haven't smelt sea salt and avocado for ages. I'm literally like, oh my God, that is insane. So when you get these scents under people's noses, that's what you want to be doing. So anyway, these little bags, right? So I don't want to keep you too long. I wanted to show you what I'm doing while I'm doing it, but I don't want to keep you too long. Again, these little bags I get on Amazon. No exaggeration. I just actually checked in my order history because I wanted to check you. They are $3.99 for 100. Okay, you can probably get them in bigger volumes and a little bit cheaper. You can buy them in the works if ever I get short. Like I do buy them in there sometimes. They obviously work out a lot more expensive if I'm buying them short, like in those volumes. But yeah, 100 for $3.99. So I'm just going to bag all these up while I'm talking to you. And then I'm going to show you how to, just bear with me. I'm just going to go wash my hands. Just 1 second. Stay with me. So I was putting up your bags. And she ordered again the Unplugged and Go bundle. Honestly, and it's times like that, right? Oh God, I'm not going to get emotional tonight. That's when I get really emotional about Scentsy, because that is what Scentsy is. It is the core. Like when we were on the cruise, we were talking to some of some of these amazing lives that some of the first, Stacey Sandu, she's like consultant number 16 or something. And she was saying how, like, when she first started, I've actually asked her to come and do, Lisa and I have actually asked her to come and do a training, which we will get her to do. We'll do it on Zoom. And she was telling us how, like, when she first started, all those years ago, she would turn up, Orville had a job at the time still, when he was setting up Scentsy, and she would go to what was home office, which literally, if you didn't know, I'll find a picture and show you. Scentsy started in a chicken shed, like a porter cabin. You've seen Scentsy Commons now in Idaho, right? I am actually finally going in April next year. Yeah, she said she would turn up and like Heidi and Orville, he would have like worked his job and then come back and they were like hand pouring the wax into the clamshells, so they would set and then they could be delivered to customers. Consultants would actually turn up to home office, and Heidi and Orville and Heidi's mum and dad, Alice Kalinimuku, who the Alice Kalinimuku Award is named after, Heidi's mum, would be helping them to hand pour the wax. And that is what the business was built from. It was from the scents, and it was from the experience, and it was from the love. And they said like their children would be helping. And That is Scentsy. Like, if you have, hey Sarah, if you've never listened to a Heidi Norville keynote, if you've never listened to the Scentsy story, please go and listen to it. It's pinned at the top of the group, I think. Go onto YouTube, type in the Scentsy story. If you have never like dialed into the company owners and what Scentsy is about, then please do, because, oh, I missed one. And then when I smell the scents, like, that's what it reminds me of. So that is scent evokes emotion. And actually, I've just remembered something else I'm going to show you at the end of this live as well, which I want to talk to you about. So, yeah, so anyway, we're going to be getting these samples out. So I'm just going to bag them up while I'm talking to you, and then I won't keep you too long, and I will show you how to make a QR code. And then my challenge to you is going to be this. Over the next kind of 24, 48 hours, because like I said, I'm going to set these challenges every day. When you choose to do them, it's obviously up to you. You know, everybody's schedule looks different. It is the summer holidays. However, you're still going to be going out and about, talking to people, whether you're going to work, doing stuff with your kids, whatever. You're going to be seeing other human beings. And if you are not somebody that goes to a place of work or somewhere that's going to be necessarily as easy, that's a bit of a thin one, I want to put an extra bit in, you might have to push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit and maybe go for a walk and connect with people if you want your dog, or I don't know. I don't obviously know what everybody's schedule looks like, but I'm just going to do the sea salt and avocado ones, and then I am going to show you how to do the QR codes. Okay, I'm going to say something a bit controversial now. Some people might listen and say like, oh, you shouldn't say that, you're a superstar director. But I am going to be totally honest, because it was what Heidi and Orville said to us at the beginning when this all changed. You are supposed to put CLP labels on your wax samples, okay? This is an extra large one that was in the group. This is a bit of a random one that was in the group. But all the CLPs, which is this part, are on the workstation for every single wax bar. There is an amazing group on Facebook, which is run by consultants, by Owen, who is in Lisa's team, and Nicola's team, and some other consultants who upload all the CLPs for us. They're all there. You can literally go and print them off. You can print them on stickers if you want to. If you run out of stickers, which I have done today, so I just printed some card and I sliced them and stapled them to them. Hence why when I saw that person in Tesco's, it was stapled together and I couldn't open it. You are supposed to, by law, not by law, but you're supposed to, if you're handing out samples, put a CLP label on them. You are all an independent business owner. I cannot tell you, it's just like paying your tax. Yes, we're all supposed to pay tax if we earn over a certain amount. Not everybody, obviously, that's applicable to. But what I'm saying is, the reason there's no training with Scentsy on doing your taxes is because it's not Scentsy's responsibility to teach you to do that. You are an independent business owner. And it's exactly the same with CLP labels. You are supposed to put them on. If you choose to or not, that's up to you. If you want to get a sticker and just write the fragrance on, that is your decision. You are an independent business owner. All I can do is, because what I mean is, I know that there are people that hand out samples without CLP, and it's not my job to be, I'm nobody's boss. All I can do is guide you and say, like, you are supposed to do that. It's like a requirement in this country. If you choose not to, that's your choice. If you're handing them to somebody that you think you know and is never going to be bothered, that is up to you. So that's that bit out of the way. But I am going to show you where the CLP labels are. And if I wasn't rambling on as much as I am, obviously this would be a lot quicker. So this is something you can do while you're watching TV, while you're listening to a training. I don't know. You know, it's taken me, what, 15, 20 minutes to do this. But once you've got them all made, like ready and made up, they are ready to go. So that's going to be the most important thing, is that you've got them ready. Right, okay, I'm nearly done with sea salt and avocado. So once I'm done, I'm going to, how am I going to do this? I'll take you off there and I'll flip you around and show you. Let me know in the comments, actually, while I finish this up. How was everybody's sale? Did everybody... Hi, dog. Did everybody have an amazing sale? I haven't had a chance to go back and read through all your wins yet. I will do in a little while once I've had a shower. Did everybody have an amazing sale? All in bags. Love it, Anne. Amazing, 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 amazing. Right, guys, I'm not going to keep you too much longer, but I'm going to show you where the CLP labels are. I'm going to show you how to do the QR code. And then my challenge to you is this. I would like to see, over the next couple of days, you uploading a picture when you've made your samples, putting it into the group and being like, right, I've got my samples, I'm ready to go. And then what I'd like you to do is hand them out to people. But what you are going to do is you are going to get people to scan the QR code, and they are going to put their details into your workstation, and then you're going to give them the samples. So, who's up for being brave? Who's going to do it? Let me know in the comments who is up for the first challenge. Guys, let me know. That could be when you are walking the dog and you are chatting to somebody. That could be when you are in the supermarket. That could be if you go to a dance class, if you go to a yoga class, if you go to a gym, I don't know. But we need to get back into the habit of networking, guys, because we are a network marketing business. Who's up for the challenge, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, that's the first question. I'll bag the other ones up in a bit, but I will show you. Right. Okay, so we're on Facebook, right? So if you type in CLP. Okay, so this group is the CLP sample labels group. Some amazing, amazing consultants work really hard to make the labels for you. So if you go into here and type in, hang on, what have we done? Now, the search engine wasn't working on here the other day and I had to go into files. Oh, look, it's not. Right, okay. Here, so sea salt and avocado wax has already been made up. If you just click on it, and it literally comes up as a PDF to share. I will find this is a certain size sticker that you can buy, and then you can literally print them off. It prints on stickers, and you can literally put them on. I'll be honest, I don't have any of these at the moment, so let me just check I've got a card in my printer. Right. So, I'm going to print them on card. And, hang on. This is like riveting, guys. I do get that. So, I'm just going to put you there a sec and show you how they print. Like I said, if this is something that you don't feel you have access to and you want to write them on, that is your decision. But this is how I've been doing at the moment because I don't have any stickers. So when you've got the right size stickers, obviously, they just either go on the stickers like that or they go like that. And then I will just slice them, cut them, and staple them to the samples. Okay? So that is my samples. Okay, now the next thing, which I did just, hang on, where is it gone? Just bear with me 1 second. I literally found it before. Just bear with me, guys. Sorry, 1 second. I literally... God. My laptop's not playing ball. Just bear with me. Let me just put you there a second. I brought up a template that Lisa had sent me. Okay, so here it is. So what I'm going to do is, Lisa has very kindly shared this template, and it's going to look like this. Now, if you don't have Canva, it's free to use. Again, you can totally design something yourself if you want to. But I'm just going to flip you around. So this is what Lisa has very kindly given me. So obviously, I'm going to amend this. I'm going to change the colours. I'm going to put a picture of me. And what I'm going to change is the QR code that's here. So I'm going to utilise what she's given me, but obviously we're gonna I'll share this with you guys, but we're going to be amending it, guys, so it looks like us, so it's personal to us. So here I'm going to delete that, okay, and I'm going to go along to this is where I'm going to show you how to do it, right? So you go to your workstation, okay, and when you log in, up here is Scan and Connect, okay. Click on Scan and Connect. And here, this is a QR code, which is going to link through to your workstation where they're going to input their details. So you can copy the link, okay? Link's copied. Go back to Canva. Go to Apps here. And then scroll down to QR code, okay? Click on QR code, and then this link, hang on, that you've just copied, you're going to put in here, and then you're going to click in generate code. And then that then is the QR code to your website, okay? Not to your website, sorry, to your workstation. Obviously, I'm then going to amend that picture so it's got me on it. I'm going to change all the details, but that is how you do it. I'm going to share this link with you. You go to workstation, you go to scan and connect. I'll show you where it is again. So go to your dashboard. It's on here. You go to scan and connect, and you go to copy link, and then you go back into Canva. You go down to apps, and then you go into QR code. You put it in there, update code, and then it's going to create a QR code for you. That you are then going to want to have on all your samples, okay? So then, once we are ready, I'm not going to keep you on live while I do all these things, because I've kept you on long enough, rambling away. But, so then what we're going to have is, we're going to have loads of these made up. They're going to have a COP on them, or a name, and they're going to have your details on them, okay? And then my challenge to you is this. I want you to hand out as many as possible in conversation and say, would you like a wax sample? It smells amazing. I just need to take a few details from you. They might only put in their email address. They might only put in their phone number. They might do both. But you want to be collecting as many contacts as possible into your workstation. And then, if you email out about the sale, if you email out about any deals that we've got, if you email out about the bundles, you can then follow up and say, like, lovely to meet you. Would you like a borrow bag if they're local to you? Lovely to meet you. Would you like a sample pack if they're not local? It's all about networking. And like I said, this current sale was a stark reminder for me. So what size do you print from Canva? That is a good question. What I would probably do, because I am not tech savvy, I shouldn't say that, I get by. What I would do is I would share it, because I'm not going to print these on, like, get them printed on, like, a company. I mean, you can do if you want business cards printed. I will always just, like, go to share it, like, save it as a JPEG, PDF, not PDF, JPEG, and then just take it across to Word, and I just size them myself, and I just print them. So I guess maybe I'd fit maybe 4 across the top and then duplicate them on a Word document. That's how I print them. There's probably a much more technical way. That's how I do it. So I would just download the picture, take it across to Word, make them up myself basically, and then print them. When I do it, I'll let you know. I'll measure them and let you know how big they are. But honestly, hand on my heart. Oh my God, I've just realised as well, Claire, I could see your comment. If you do not network, your business is going to, I don't want to say it's going to die, but your business is never going to flourish. You cannot keep servicing the same customers over and over and over and over and expect it to grow. And this last sale was like a reminder for me with that. There you go, from Acrobat. Carrie's answered you. I don't even know what Acrobat is, if I'm honest. Thank you, Carrie. Yeah, you've always got to be networking. We are a network marketing business. And I know people say like, oh, you know, I've been in for nearly 9 years and I'm still finding people all the time. I'm still finding people that have never tried Scentsy, that don't know about it. Like I always reference my neighbour over the road when they came over, when we hadn't lived here very long, and they came over and we got a takeaway, the kids were playing. And she was like, I've got to ask you. She's like, what is all that stuff? And I was like, oh my God, you've never tried Scentsy? I mean, like, you know, why had I never given it to her? But what I'm saying is this. She literally walked away that night with a borrow bag. She borrowed a Scentsy Fresh to try it. She's since had a Harry Potter warmer, all the things. Her husband's bought her presents. But I am still finding people all the time that have never... Right, so this is going to be one of 3 things. 1, they've never tried Scentsy. 2, in the height of hypergrowth, right? At least when we're having this conversation today. Our downline, so mine and Lisa's downline collectively, so I don't want to say like I never needed a PDF reader when I was a dancer all them years ago, and I didn't, do you know what, when I started Scentsy, I didn't even own a laptop, and I'd never used Excel, and I'd never used PowerPoint, honestly, but I didn't need to in my previous careers. What was I saying? Yeah, so we had this conversation today. There's a lot of people out there who've never tried Scentsy, but there's also this, right? Just think about this in these like these numbers, these volumes, when you think about it like this. In the height of crazy times, just in, I don't like saying my downline, because it's not my downline, but if you, from when I joined, in my downline, which obviously is inclusive of Lisa's downline, we peaked at 4,200 consultants in the height of COVID, right? So my downline was 4,000. I logged into Workstation and my group number was 4,222 consultants. That absolutely blows my mind. It's not anymore. It's about 1,300 now. But a lot of those consultants are no longer consultants, right? Fair enough. They're no longer consultants. Where's all those customers gone? There are so many people out there, right, that I talk to or I see and they're like, oh, I used to buy Scentsy, but my consultant doesn't do it anymore. Oh, that's good then, Carrie. If you didn't know, there'd be a problem. So I am super grateful for all these wonderful skills we have within this group. So thank you, my love. Yeah, so where's all those customers gone? I speak to people all the time and they're like, oh, I used to buy Scentsy, but my consultant stopped doing it and I never found anybody else. There are so many people out there that, one, have never tried Scentsy, or two, like I said, that's just from our group alone. Think about all the other, like, thousands and thousands of people that maybe used to buy Scentsy once upon a time, but don't, because their consultant stopped and they never found anybody else. We need to go find them. We need to be going and finding them. So that's what we need to do. So we're going to be getting, look, this is all these ones, and I'm going to do the other ones as well. We're going to put a little card on, and I'm nearly done now, and I promise I'm going to go. We need to put a little card on, and we need to do the QR code, right? And then I challenge you over the next week to get them out to as many people as possible, but make sure you are getting their details. So I'm going to go. Tag your teams if they haven't seen this, because obviously not everybody's been on this live tonight. And let me know when you do it. When you make your samples, take a picture, upload it in the group and be like, right, I'm ready with my samples. It will inspire other people to do the same. So I'm going to show, I'm excited to hear your success stories, and I will be back tomorrow with another networking challenge for you.